So before you watch this video, I just want to preface this by saying that this review is from a failed TBR reading vlog. It was meant to take place from Christmas to New Year's. I only managed to read like 2.5 of my festive reads that I wanted to do this year. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and post the two sort of reviews from the books that I've read. And so I hope you enjoy. So I'm about 40% into Winter Wishlist and I am loving it. Like, I knew I was going to because I love Elliott Rose and I just love her writing and her characters and everything. But yeah, now we're just gonna talk about some little things that I like about it. So first off is Reed, which is the cowboy. He calls her Sugar, and I am a sucker for a cute pet name like that. I love in cowboy romances when they call you Sugar, Darling, Sweetheart. I love a cheesy pet name, especially in my romance. So I love that. Henri, I think is how you pronounce it because he's French. It's spelled Henry. So most people would say Henry. I'm pretty sure it's Henri, but he called her like ma petite something, which is like our little insert pet name here. But yeah, I love them so much. And the only thing that's like kind of annoying me right now is that it's kind of like it's a fake dating trope also, in addition to the other tropes that are in this book. And so Reed is pretending to be her boyfriend because her ex-boyfriend and his new fiance just happen to be staying at the same like wintry ranch resort that she's staying at. And so she meets Reed in a bookstore because she's a librarian, so she loves books. So I really like her for that reason also. And so he kind of catches her like having a moment, and he sees the picture that her ex just posted with his new fiance like flashing her ring at the camera. And so he's like, well, I'll pretend to be your boyfriend then, to kind of like save her from the awkwardness, because she was like, whatever, I'll just leave. And he's like, you're not seriously gonna leave because of that. Let me just pretend to be your boyfriend. And so she's very much like, oh, he's only doing this because we're pretending to date and everything. And I'm like, girl, he's like head over heels for you, and like you don't even realize it, because like Henri, his friend Ford, I think like one of his brothers is like, you are so down bad for her and you've just met her. So I don't really feel, it's not really insta love, it's more like instant connection, instant attraction, which I don't mind. I come from the world of fan fiction where things go from 0 to 60 very quickly. So I am okay with this, but I am living. I fucking love this book. And I have a feeling that Reed owns Mistwood Ranch, where she's going to stay, because he mentions that he lives like really, really close, like right next door to Mistwood Ranch, and people keep calling him boss and everything. So I'm pretty sure he owns Mistwood Ranch. And another thing about Reed is you can tell that he was a former bull rider. He hasn't come out and said it, but yeah, I can just tell just by like how he's talking and the phrases he's using. Like he mentions at one point that he's like, I'm gonna make a move and go for the buckle, because you know, when bull riders win, they get a big, huge belt buckle as kind of like their trophy, almost. I'm sure most people know that, but for those who are not well versed in the world of bull riding, they don't actually have like actual trophies. They have belt buckles. And then he also mentions that like she makes him feel like as nervous as he is like when he goes into the chute, which is like, that's where they load the bull before they let it go, and then the bull rider gets on top and they let him out and everything. If you've seen The Longest Ride or any other, I think 8 Seconds is also another bull riding movie. I think it's called 8 Seconds because you have to hold on for 8 seconds in order to like get a top score in bull riding. Can you tell I like bull riding? Sorry, never been to PBR. Would love to go to a rodeo or go to PBR one of these days. But yeah, that was just my extremely ranty. I have already been filming for like 4.5 minutes. Wow, you can tell how much I love this book. But yeah, I'm gonna go continue to read, and I will probably update you tomorrow. So I'm about 70% into Winter Wishlist, and I am still loving it. I got to the scene where our main girl Mia, she pegs Reed with her double-ended strap-on dildo that her friends gave her for Christmas. And the Frenchman Henri is like talking her through it and like coaching her, and it was really, really hot. Like, I did see somebody, like, I think it's like a 3-star review that I saw on Goodreads that said it kind of like devolves into like a lot of porn, not a lot of plot, which is fine by me. Again, I come from the world of fan fiction where I'm pretty much used to that, where sometimes you start reading a story and there's really good plot, and then like by the time they start banging, like there's not much plot left. It's mostly just porn, which is fine. That's kind of what I wanted out of this book anyway. I wasn't really looking for a lot of plot. But yeah, there's a lot of deliciously smutty scenes. So I am going to continue reading, hopefully finish this today. So I have finished Winter Wishlist by Elliott Rose, and I loved it. I could definitely see this becoming like a Christmas story that I read every year because I just loved it that much. It turns out that Reed is not a bull rider. He has a brother who's a bull rider. He's actually used to be in rodeo, and so he would basically be the person that would like wrangle like cows and stuff like that. I know it's been a while since I've been to a rodeo, so pardon if I'm not using the correct terminology. But yeah, and then it turns out that Henri is actually the one that owns Mistwood Ranch, and Mia's ex-boyfriend was basically like gonna meet with Henri about like buying his ranch and everything, and it turns out that it was like a complete ruse by Henri to basically like embarrass him. So I really loved that. I would definitely want more of these three, or I don't know. I really loved this book. So 5 out of 5 stars. And I do like that Elliott Rose doesn't do traditional like third act breakups. It's more like bittersweet parting, at least what I've seen from this and Chasing the Wild, which is the other book that I've read by her. I have filmed a review of it. You just haven't seen it yet. It is coming. But yeah, I like that she doesn't do third act breakups because those piss me the fuck off. So yeah, that is Winter Wishlist.